And you have a very exciting presentation to listen to about the Duke of Edinburgh Scholarship Program. So I'm just going to get started. Thank you so much for coming out of your classes to come and listen to what this program is all about. I do have some time for questions after, so just sit and listen, please. I'm going to talk to you about teacher advisor groups. So this is something that has run in our program, a program that's run in our school previously, and it's going to continue this year, and you get to be a part of it. So you're probably wondering, what's TAG? What's this all about? TAG is an opportunity for you to earn up to 2 more credits in addition to regular classes. So this may sound like a lot of work because it's 2 more credits, but it's really not. The program is designed as an easy way for you to showcase skills that you already have and earn 2 school credits for this, or for you. And the TAG program is, you may think, well, I still got 4 years ahead of me or 3 years ahead of me to get all the credits that I need for high school. But you never know what kind of things are going to come up. You might have a bad class, you might fail a class, you might just be short credits and need those extra credits. So having extra credits is a good thing to have. It's also a set time that where you can get to know some new people, maybe some new teachers that you don't know, and to meet people that are outside of your peer group, to get to know other people. You've heard that expression, don't judge a book by its cover. There are people in this room that you may not know. There are people in this school that you may not know, and it's a chance for you to get to know other people, to make other contacts, because you just never know. It's also a time for you to catch up on homework and make some plans for your future. So how is this going to work? TAG meetings will be called every few weeks, and they're going to last 1 period long. They're not always at the same time. They're not always on the same day. It's not like that, but they'll be called every few weeks. And you'll be told that there's a TAG meeting. You will have a specific teacher that you're assigned to. And I should tell you that the teachers who are the advisors, who are the leaders of these groups, are volunteers. They are teachers who want to get to know you. They are teachers who want to help you make sure that your high school experience is the best that it can possibly be, as well as make sure that you are on the right path for whatever you want to do after you graduate. So we had, I think there's 10 or 12 teachers last year that volunteered. We have a new group of teachers who have volunteered to be your advisor groups. The groups have already been made, so I say that you've been assigned to a group, but the groups have already been made, the teachers have already been chosen, and you're going to find that out super soon. Maybe Mr. Wood can talk about it in a second, about who your TAG teacher is and where you'll be meeting. So on the announcements, you'll be told there'll be a TAG meeting on such and such a day. You'll go to the room where you're supposed to go to, where your TAG group is meeting, and you and all your TAG mates will get together and do some sort of activity for 1 period. Your regular class is put on hold. So if you have an English class during period 3, that class is put on hold. It's paused for a second while you go to your TAG meeting. Grade 9s are doing this, grade 10s are doing TAG, and grade 11s and 12s will be doing kind of a different form of TAG, but theirs is really focused on their career, on future careers and what they're doing after high school. So everybody in the school is doing it, and it's for your benefit. What happens when you go to a TAG meeting? During the meetings, you can work on a portfolio. This is where you have the opportunity to earn these 2 credits. So the first time that you go to a TAG meeting, your first one, which will be happening in December, your TAG teacher will give you a binder and fill it with a bunch of papers. And these papers are the workings of creating this portfolio. Now, the portfolio is a very easy way for you to get these 2 credits. There are specific requirements that you have to complete so many of these little activities. And I say activities, but it's really just compiling, like putting together stuff that you've already done or stuff that you're going to do in high school, putting it together in one place. These portfolios, not only can they earn you 2 credits, but they are a great way to showcase your skills when you go to look for a job. I will tell you right now that you will impress employers if you bring a portfolio with you and say, this is me, this is what I can do for you. That's very impressive. There are universities and there are university programs where you have to interview to be able to get a spot in a particular program. This is a great item to bring with you to showcase your skills in an interview like that as well. So that's one of the things that you can work on in your TAG group, and your TAG teacher will explain to you exactly how the binder works, the portfolio works. It sounds scary, it sounds like a lot of work, it's really not. It's not. You get a chance to complete homework. So if you know that you've got a test coming up and 3 assignments here and 2 that are late and you've got to do this and you're supposed to write that and you forgot to draw this, it's an hour where you don't have the pressures of, hey, you also have to do this and this and this, because you are busy people. You are involved in sports, you're involved in musical, you're involved in lots of stuff. Some of you may have jobs, you've got stuff to do at home. Sometimes homework piles up on you. I get that. We all get that. So this is also a time for you to have one period where you can get caught up, where you can ask for help if there's that one thing in math that you just can't figure out. Sometimes hearing it from somebody else is exactly what you need to be able to understand what's going on. So it's a chance for extra help, for individualized help, where you're not in your classroom. So maybe you're intimidated by some of the other people in your class. This is different. This is a safe place for you to ask questions, for you to get help, for you to complete things that are hounding you, that you're carrying around on your shoulders. Get help for assignments. You can discuss future courses. So next year, when you are, very soon actually, when you start to make your course choices for next semester and the following years, what kind of Englishes are you going to take? What kind of science programs are you going to take? What kind of vocational credits do I need to be able to get a vocational diploma? How do I go about getting more art courses? What do I need to do to get into this particular school? I know I want to be an English teacher, just like Mrs. Ganmache. So what do I need to do to be able to get, that was a joke by the way. I know that how do I get there? What do I have to do? So this is a chance for a teacher to help you figure that out. And if they can't answer your questions, put you in direct contact with somebody who can.
And this is something really that you need to start considering. I know you think it's a long time away, but it sneaks up on you. Graduation, you pick the courses, you get to grade 12, you're applying for whether it's college or university, any kind of training, and you realize, you know what, I needed chemistry, or I needed applied math or pre-cal, not essential. This is happening this year. We have students that are chosen courses without thinking about what they were going to do after grade 12, thinking grade 12, that was it, I can do whatever I want, that are now having to fit in 2 or 3 years of courses in a year, taking correspondence courses, and some even considering having to come back after graduation to pick up these courses. So what we're trying to do is provide you with some information and provide you with some time to start thinking about what courses you want to take so it doesn't limit your choices. Doesn't mean you have to decide right now what you want to be. Most grade 12s, many of them don't know what they want to be when they grow up, right? What we want you to do is just to not limit yourself so when you graduate, say, I can't get into that program because I didn't have the right courses. Okay, so start thinking about that. With the grade 11s and 12s, what we're doing for a lot of times during your tag session, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Wood, we're going to be doing a lot of presentations, exploration. We have people coming in to talk about not just what kind of university or college you're going to. We have grade 12s that want to know, how do I get into hydro? How can I want to go work on drilling to make some money. How can I do that? So what we're doing is providing information for everybody, which some of you will be included in those presentations as well. We have RCMP coming just a couple of weeks, as well as military, forces.ca, options for schooling. We have hydro, we have somebody from healthcare. They're all coming in the next month, and you'll be hearing about that. start considering what are some fields you might want to go into. Sorry.
That's great. Okay, so what if you have a spare that period? I don't know how many of you that this affects, but I do know that there are some grade 9s who have a spare. And because the tag groups are not called at the same time every time we meet, sometimes it'll be period 2, sometimes it's period 6, sometimes it's period 7. Because that's not set in stone, it may fall on a time where you have a spare. So what happens if you have a spare? You are still expected to attend tag because this is for your benefit. And if you're using your spare to do homework, you just go to your tag group and do homework. So you're still expected to attend your tag meeting, and not only because it's a great opportunity, but because there are other people who are relying on you. Your tag teacher as well as your tag mates are also depending on you to be there. Because if you've ever been a part of a group where nobody shows up and you're the only one, it's hard to be a group when you're one person. Everybody is relying on you to be there. You are an important part of the group, and your attendance at every tag meeting is essential, and it's expected. The portfolio itself, I kind of talked about this a little bit, but each student will receive a binder with all the portfolio materials that you need. The portfolio, as I've said, is a collection of stuff that you've done and stuff that you're going to do, put into one place to say, this is all the stuff that I can do. These are my skills. This is what I'm good at. This is what I've accomplished. This is what I've achieved. So, and it's detailed. Again, I'm not going to go over it right now because that's something that you can do with your tag teachers. If you complete the required tasks, which your teacher will tell you exactly what they are, you can get up to 2 credits. You can earn 1 credit. You can earn 2 credits. You know, depending on you of how much you complete of it. Are there any questions? Carter?
Is this like a must attend?
Okay, so the question is this a must attend? Absolutely. As I just said, your attendance is expected. You need to be there when tag meetings are called. You will know ahead of time. You'll know ahead of time that the tag is going to be on Thursday during period 7, like right now. So you'll know that. Your teachers will know that. So whatever class you have right now, your teachers are either part of the tag program or they're going to be taking their grade 11s and 12s to wherever they have to go. So yes, you do have to attend. Other questions? I saw another hand. Yep. Okay, the question is, will we be doing this every year or is it just this year? This is a program that has been part of our division for several years. It has been at the DR before I got here. It has been, and it will continue to be part of our division's plan. It is something that's happening in every school. Some schools are calling it something different, like intervention or amnesty or catch-up time, whatever. They're calling it different things, but this is a program that is present in all high schools in our division. Great questions. More. Yep?
Will it be every day?
Okay, good question. Will this happen every day? No. This is something that's going to happen every couple of weeks, maybe every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, and you'll be told like maybe a week's notice or a few days' notice that this is happening. Your regular classes are not going to be impacted, and it's not going to be at the same time. It's not always going to be in period 7 on a Thursday. It's not always going to be in period 3 on a Tuesday or whatever the case is. It's going to fluctuate so that one of your classes is not always affected. And when you're called to a tag meeting, your classes, your regular class, so whatever class you have right now, for instance, is on hold, right? Your teacher is not back in their classroom, hopefully, and continuing teaching. It's not like you're going to miss regular class time, or there's going to be assignments that you're missing that you have to get caught up on outside of school. Regular school is put on hold for 1 period for all students to be able to participate in this program. Renee?
Do you have tag homework?
Good question. Do we have tag homework? No. This is something that you work on during that period If you want to go and do extra stuff for your portfolio on your own time, get it all done in 1 year instead of doing it over 4 years till you graduate, you definitely can. It is not a requirement. I would say it's not even an expectation that you're doing stuff outside of, unless that's part of something you want to do. Okay, right here.
What happens if you're in distance ed class and they call?
Okay, so what happens if you're in a distance ed class and a tag meeting that's called? You still attend the tag because everything else is put on hold, right? So you still attend wherever your tag session is. And you'll be told where your tag session is and who your tag teacher is, so you know exactly where to go and who you need to find. Another question back? Fantastic question. Do we get 2 credits every year, or is it 2 credits total? The 2 credits are once you completed the portfolio. The idea is that this portfolio follows you from grade 9 to grade 12. So if you do the minimum requirements, then your portfolio will be finished in grade 12. That's when you get your 2 credits. It's going to be marked as you go along. So you may finish the first half of it in grade 9, and you might finish the second part of it in grade 10. It will be on your transcript when you get, like when you graduate, it'll be on your transcript, but it's a maximum of 2 credits. Okay? Because there's only 1 portfolio that you create. Question right here.
Does everyone have to take?
Okay, does everyone have to take tag is the question. Every person in this school is going to be a part of it in some way. Grade 9s and 10s, you guys are grade 9s, the grade 10s have already heard this. You have a specific tag group, and because you're in grade 9 and 10, your focus is a little bit different. So your focus is the portfolio and the connections and that extra homework time and making plans for your courses. The grade 11s and 12s, their tag time, if you will, what they're doing at the same time that you are during your tag sessions, their focus is presentations and looking at careers. So everybody's doing something. Can you please stop the chatter? Thank you. Yes, right back there.
Say if you were going through this in are you allowed to say what we're doing there? We can also do here.
In what program? I missed the beginning of it. In all ed?
Yes.
Oh, in cadets. I don't know.
They can probably use material and things that they're working on in cadets and include that as part of their portfolio.
Okay, I've never had somebody ask that. Good for you. Great question. So if you're in cadets, it's something that you can possibly be using the same materials. Another question in the back here? No? Just stretching? Okay. Any other questions? Fantastic questions. All right. Mr. Wood, was there anything else that you wanted to say?
Just to wrap up, thank you to Mrs. Ganmache for her time and getting everything organized, and she's got lots of experience with it. And the biggest thing from this, a lot of the material that you are going to cover in your tag group, the binder material, the portfolio stuff, this is for you. These are things that you're going to want to do anyway. So it's just an avenue for you to organize that information in one location and something you can access and add to over the next 4 years. All right? So that's very important that you remember that this is for you. Things like resumes and cover letters and skills and skill development and all that stuff, and tracking that's stuff that you need to know, so when you move on past this building, you have a record of that and you can look back and see, hey, yeah, these are the things that I've accomplished. Okay?
Yeah, and the last thing, just what Mr. Wood had just said, this is for you. It is all about you. It is not a present that you are making for me or some other tag teacher. This is about you. And like I said, the teachers who are volunteering to be your advisors, they want to see you succeed and they want to see you doing well at whatever it is that you choose to do. So this is about you and it is for you. And anything that you create in the tag group is for you and about you. Okay? All right.